over to America a while. Our next group of exhibits coming through will be a few minutes. You in the ring. It's just over 5 minutes. It's the Ford Anglia in a van form, dated from 1966. Many of you are 1960 with its celebrated rear windscreen. They also produced a van version, 5 and 700 weight van version, with rich ceiling top, used by many utilities as well as even private users. Nice to be a car company created the van driver. Preservation of commercial vehicles. Together was that it enabled lighting not only on the rides but also on the side. In the days before there were permanent cinemas set up, and steam traction engines with their dynamos were essential to operating your cinema, your travelling cinema. The most elaborate displays were erected often with mechanical organs used for the Lion. One of the very last heavy haulage showman's engines built in 34, and they were the very last of the line. Unfortunately, they had a relatively short life because by the Second World War, the steam on the fairground was becoming obsolete, and Lion and several of the others were utilised mainly for haulage work in their
quantities that make the most. These two are French mares. I bought them in from France. Quetch is the near side, which is the left-hand side if you look at it from the driver, is a 10-year-old mare. We bought her as a foal, so we've had her a long time. Xena, which is the offside mare, is 8 years old, and we've had her 2 years now. These horses, but all grey horses are born black. So when they were foals, they were black, and then they vary. They do, but that's the thing I was looking for was to get adapted.
The GT car, as the XJS was earlier. But this is Jaguar's V8, very economical, very powerful car, readily available today, as they stopped making it some years ago. It's affordable Jaguar motoring, economical. And now we move on to Jaguar's latest example of a sports car. This, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, is an F-Type Jaguar. Report complete.
Interesting occasions. Excellent display. Nicely explained as well. The system, the multi-tune model an excellent session in the main meeting. Well, shortly we go back to something more robust and old in some of the steam vehicles, where I hope and Stephen continues to show how winches running into engines, holding in place. Otherwise the drum just stands still like that. So when the engine motion work, as we call the works on the top there, is now turned over, rather than driving the wheels round or drive the winch drum round, roll can't come off the drum when you're pulling. You see on the side of the tender of the engine there's two vertical rollers, and these bellies control the movement of the windshield rope, and if the windshield is slightly out of line with it, as you can see, the engine has actually quite a remarkably long rope on it. Usually engines have at least 100 foot of rope, sometimes up to 2, and it's totally out of gear because the dead weight of the engine, somewhere to reach about 10 tons, being hauled back on that cable. The cable is really quite taut, so the engine really is doing some work. So, carefully steered and lifted generally mucky with the rain and such, but the job had to be done. You'd use the winch and the cable on the threshing machine position alongside the straw stack. But if that is the case, one of the things that man can do is 3 or 4 men. It's very heavy. Incidentally, if you want to see steam threshing going on, there is a demonstration here at the Auckland Countryside Show on the 11th and 12th of October.
Wimborne in Dorset. They had a fire in the church, and the hand manual that they had wasn't good. Steam, state of the art at the time, steam fire pump. It was supplied. Is capable of pumping 300 and boiler pressure works at 120 pounds steam pressure. And the water pressure pumping through a 3/4 inch nozzle is around about 40 pounds per square inch, depends on the nozzle and the length of hose. The fires are well going today. Yesterday we got here too quick and the fire was sort of hardly get going when they get. It's always a bit of a thing with a steam engine when you do something like this, because one day it's pull up along. So Chris is putting the suction into the water tank. The 2 boys are Nick and Will are running the hose out, and by now Chris should have the engine turning over. And if you watch, you see the water coming down the hose pipe. There it goes. And we've got water. Hooray! And as you can see, there's quite a bit of pressure. Yeah. You say it's pumping 320 gallons a minute, which is, a lot of water, and there's a lot of pressure coming out of that hose. So the fire is, well and truly out. Quite a big lad, and he's struggling to hold on to that hose, the amount of water pressure there is. The engine's a double vertical expansion, which means that it's both cylinders are full pressure steam, which some of these traction engines are combined with. They use the steam twice. So it is a very efficient pump. You don't have to prime it or anything. As soon as you chuck the suction in the water, it goes. It's already, I don't know if you can see the water tank, but it's always half done when the engine was bought as a sold for scrap in 1946, I think it was, by Lord Shaftesbury, and it was seen being towed to the scrapyard by Mr. Turner from Bournemouth. He was a bit of an eccentric. He collected all sorts of things, motor vehicles and motorbikes and all sorts of things, and he kept it not in preservation, but he just kept it. And in the 50s, my father-in-law, who had horses still, because he farmed and he never went out with horses when everybody else did, was asked to horse it back at St Giles, and after that Tom was interested in steam as well as having horses, so Mr Turner let him keep it, so he kept it at the farm and looked after it for years. He used to have do bits to it and just generally look after it, which was good because one year Mr Turner had he had a fire in his nursery, and a lot of the stuff he collected had got burned. But this particular year, there we go, we put the fire out. I think it's worth a round of applause. A long time, and he used to come and see us when we used to take it to events. And he died, and his daughter inherited it, and she wasn't really interested. And we got to know that if she wanted to sell it, she was going to put it in auction. So my wife and myself, we went and saw her, and we managed to buy it off her before it went to the auction. I think we paid a fair price for it at the time, but because we'd grown up with it, I've been going with it since I was about 10 years old. Chap who used to live next door to me used to drive it, the Tom, my father-in-law, and Rowena started driving it when she was about 16, so it was in the family, so we had to preserve it, so we bought it and been looking after it ever since. Everything on there is original, it's been painted a few times, but all the woodwork and the wheels and everything is original.